Tear Institute.
Corey, you look uncomfortable. Are you okay?
I'm not okay, but I don't know what to say.
You don't need a long explanation. You can start with one clear sentence.
What can I say?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tear Institute podcast.
Today, we're learning how to say you feel anxious.
We'll focus on simple English for real moments.
That sounds useful, because feelings can be hard to explain.
They can. Sometimes you know something feels wrong, but you don't have many words.
Or maybe you have the words, but you don't want to tell the whole story.
That is also okay. You can communicate your feeling without explaining everything.
So I can be honest and still keep some things private?
You can. A short sentence may be enough.
I like that idea. Long explanations can feel difficult when I'm already anxious.
Today, we'll practice only 3 main sentences.
3 feels possible.
The first is, I feel a little anxious.
The second is, I'm anxious about the meeting.
And the third is, could you give me a moment?
Those sentences are short, but they do different jobs.
Right. One names the feeling. One gives a reason. One asks for a little time.
And I don't need to explain every detail after that?
No. You can choose how much you want to share.
That already makes the topic feel easier.
Let's begin with the first sentence. Imagine someone asks, "Are you okay?"
I might say, I don't know.
That answer is possible, but maybe you want to be a little clearer.
What can I say instead?
You can say, I feel a little anxious.
I feel a little anxious.
That tells the other person how you feel.
What does a little do in the sentence?
A little makes the sentence sound lighter.
So it can mean the feeling is not extremely strong?
Sometimes, yes. It can also make the sentence feel easier to say.
Maybe I don't want to say, I feel very anxious.
Then I feel a little anxious may feel more comfortable.
But should everyone always make their feelings sound smaller?
No, you do not have to make your feelings smaller.
That is important.
Use a little when it matches what you want to say.
So it is a choice, not a rule.
Exactly. Your feeling does not need to sound small for other people.
Sometimes I may feel more than a little anxious.
Then you can simply say, I feel anxious.
I feel anxious.
That is clear and complete.
Do I need to say why?
Not always. You can stop there.
Just one sentence?
One sentence can be enough.
I think many learners believe they need perfect English and a full explanation.
They do not. Clear, simple English is useful.
Let's say I'm waiting for an appointment.
What kind of appointment?
Maybe a normal appointment at an office.
And someone asks, are you okay?
I feel a little anxious.
That works.
What might the other person say?
They might say, that's okay, or do you need anything?
And then I can decide whether I want to say more.
Right. You are still in control of the conversation.
That feels supportive.
Support means help, care, or understanding from another person.
So support does not always mean fixing the problem.
Correct. Sometimes support is simply listening.
Or giving someone time.
Yes, we'll talk about asking for time soon.
Before that, can we try the first mini situation?
Let's do it. Imagine you are about to enter a meeting. Corey, the meeting starts in 10 minutes. Are you ready?
I prepared, but I feel a little anxious.
That's understandable. Do you want to talk about it?
Maybe later. Right now, I just want to sit quietly.
Of course. I can stay here with you.
Thank you. That helps.
That was a simple conversation.
I told you my feeling, but I did not explain everything.
And I did not push you to explain.
What does explain mean here?
To explain means to give more information so someone can understand.
So I can explain if I want to, but I do not always have to.
That is the idea.
I noticed that I said, I prepared, but I feel a little anxious.
That sounds natural because preparation does not always remove the feeling.
I can be ready and still feel anxious.
You can. Feelings are not always a sign that you did something wrong.
Could I say the sentence before an appointment too?
You could.
I feel a little anxious.
That works before a meeting, an appointment, a phone call, or another situation.
It also sounds useful while speaking English.
Very useful.
Sometimes I understand the English, but I still feel tense when I speak.
Then you can tell the other person.
I feel a little anxious when I speak English.
That is a longer sentence, but it is still simple.
Do we need to practice that longer version today?
No, just notice it. Our main sentence stays, I feel a little anxious.
That keeps the lesson light.
And it gives you one sentence you can use in many places.
I can change the situation, but keep the same basic sentence.
Exactly.
What if the other person asks, why?
You can answer, but you can also keep your answer short.
What could I say?
You may hear, I don't want to talk about it yet.
That sounds clear.
It means you are not ready to discuss it now.
Is yet important.
It shows that maybe you will talk later, but not now.
We do not need to practice that line today, right?
Right. Just hear it and understand the idea.
I like that. It gives me another option without adding too much to remember.
The main point is simple. You can name your feeling and choose what happens next.
What if I do want to say the reason?
Then our second sentence is useful.
I'm anxious about the meeting.
That's right.
I'm anxious about the meeting.
The word about connects the feeling to the situation.
So the meeting is the reason or the topic.
Yes, you are saying what your anxious feeling is connected to.
Can I change the meeting?
You can, but we do not need many examples.
Maybe one or two?
One is enough. You could say, I'm anxious about the appointment.
I'm anxious about the appointment.
Same pattern, different situation.
And if I'm speaking English?
You might say, I'm anxious about speaking English.
That is useful, but it is longer.
Right. You do not need to memorize every version today.
So the sentence we really keep is, I'm anxious about the meeting.
Yes, it shows how to add one clear reason.
Why not say, I am anxiety about the meeting?
Because anxious describes how you feel.
So I say, I feel anxious, or I'm anxious.
Correct.
What about I have anxiety?
That sentence is possible, but it can mean something broader.
Broader means bigger or more general?
Yes, I have anxiety may suggest an ongoing condition or a wider problem.
So I should not use it automatically when I only mean this moment.
That's right. For one feeling in one moment, I feel anxious is often clearer.
I feel anxious.
Or you can add the reason.
I'm anxious about the meeting.
Clear and natural.
I'm glad we fixed that without turning it into a long grammar lesson.
We only need the useful difference.
Anxious is a describing word in these sentences.
Exactly. You feel anxious. You are anxious.
And anxiety is a noun.
Right, but we will not study that deeply today.
We are keeping our attention on communication.
That is our goal.
Can we try the meeting situation again, but with the reason this time?
Let's do it. Corey, you are very quiet today. Is something wrong?
I'm anxious about the meeting.
Do you want me to help you prepare?
I already prepared. I think I just need some support.
I can listen, or I can sit with you for a few minutes.
Sitting here for a few minutes would help.
In that scene, your sentence gave me useful information.
You knew the meeting was the difficult part.
so I could offer support that matched the situation.
But I still did not explain why the meeting made me anxious.
You did not need to.
Maybe it was a presentation. Maybe it was a difficult topic.
Those details were yours to share or not share.
That makes the sentence feel respectful.
Short communication can still be honest.
Sometimes I worry that a short answer sounds rude.
Tone matters. A calm sentence usually sounds clear, not rude.
I'm anxious about the meeting.
That sounds honest and direct.
No apology. No long story.
Exactly. You are simply sharing your state.
Could I add, I may be quiet today?
You could, but that is extra.
I understand. Useful, but not something we need to practice now.
Our 3 main sentences are enough for this episode.
What if someone asks me a question, but my mind feels too busy?
That is when our 3rd sentence can help.
Could you give me a moment?
Yes,
Could you give me a moment?
a moment means a short amount of time.
Not an hour. Just a little time.
Right. Maybe a few seconds or a few minutes, depending on the situation.
Why do we say could you?
It makes the request polite.
So I am asking the person to pause.
Exactly.
This might help when a conversation is too fast.
It can.
Sometimes someone asks me a question, and I hear the words, but I cannot answer quickly.
Then you do not have to force an immediate answer.
Could you give me a moment?
That tells the person you need a short pause.
It sounds more useful than staying silent and looking confused.
It gives the silence a clear meaning.
What do you mean?
Without words, the other person may not know why you are quiet,
They may think I did not hear them.
or they may repeat the question immediately.
That can make me feel more pressure.
So you can ask for a moment before the pressure grows.
The sentence protects a little space for me.
That is a good way to describe it.
Can we try a mini situation?
Let's imagine I ask you a question in a meeting. Corey, what do you think about the new plan?
Could you give me a moment?
Of course. Take your time.
Thank you. I want to think before I answer.
That is completely fine.
That scene felt calm,
You did not need to answer immediately.
and I did not need to tell everyone that I felt anxious.
Right. Sometimes you only need the request.
Could I also say, I just need a little time?
You may hear that sentence too.
It has a similar purpose.
Yes, but we will not practice it as a main sentence.
We keep the focus on, could you give me a moment?
Exactly.
What if the conversation is moving too fast?
You may hear, can we slow down?
That asks everyone to speak or move more slowly.
Right. It can be useful, especially during an English conversation.
But again, it is only something to notice today.
Correct. You do not need to practice every useful sentence in one episode.
That makes it easier to remember the 3 important ones.
Let's use, could you give me a moment in another situation?
Maybe before answering a personal question?
That is a good example.
A personal question can make someone feel uncomfortable.
Then asking for time can help you choose your answer.
Or choose not to answer.
Exactly.
Could you give me a moment?
That sentence does not promise that you will share everything.
It only asks for time.
And sometimes time is what you need most. Let's talk about speaking English.
That is a common anxious moment for learners.
A conversation may be friendly, but it can still feel fast.
I may know the words, but I need more time to put them together.
That is normal in language learning.
Someone asks me a simple question, and suddenly my mind is empty.
Then a short request can help.
Could you give me a moment?
Or you may hear, can we slow down?
The first sentence asks for a pause. The second asks for a slower conversation.
That is the difference.
Could I also tell the person how I feel?
You could say, I feel a little anxious.
Would that sound strange in an English class?
Not necessarily. It can help the teacher or speaking partner understand.
Then they may give me more time.
Or they may speak more slowly.
Let's try a short English speaking situation.
All right. Imagine we are practicing conversation together. Corey, tell me about your plans for next weekend.
I feel a little anxious. Could you give me a moment?
Of course. Take your time.
Next weekend, I want to visit my family and rest at home.
That answer was clear.
The short pause helped me organize my words.
You used two main sentences together.
First, I shared the feeling.
Then you asked for time.
Do learners need to use both every time?
No. One sentence may be enough.
If I only need time, I can ask for a moment.
Right.
If I want to share the feeling, I can say I feel anxious.
Exactly.
And if I know the reason, I can say, I'm anxious about the meeting.
You choose the sentence that fits the moment.
That sounds more useful than memorizing a long speech.
A long speech may be impossible when you feel pressure.
Short English gives me a place to begin.
That is the goal.
What if I make a small mistake?
The other person may still understand you.
So communication is more important than perfect grammar in that moment.
Clear communication is the priority.
I think that matters because anxiety can make people judge every word.
And that can make speaking harder.
I may think, is my sentence perfect? Is my pronunciation perfect?
But the simple question is, can the other person understand what I need?
Could you give me a moment? Clearly tells them what I need.
Exactly.
It is short, polite, and practical.
And you can use it even when you are not anxious.
Really?
Sure. You may simply need time to think.
So the sentence is useful in many situations.
Yes, but today we are using it as support during an anxious moment.
I want to return to something from the cold open.
You said, I'm not okay.
Right. That was true, but it was not very clear.
It told me something was wrong, but not what kind of support you needed.
I also did not want to tell the whole story.
Then you needed a sentence between silence and a full explanation.
Which sentence would work best?
You might say, I feel a little anxious.
That gives the feeling, but not the details.
Exactly.
And if the other person asks more questions?
You can decide what to say next.
I may say, I don't want to talk about it yet.
That is one possible supporting sentence.
Does that sound unfriendly?
It can sound calm and honest when you say it gently.
It tells the person that I am not ready.
Right. It does not mean you do not trust them.
Maybe I simply need more time.
Exactly.
Or I may not understand my own feeling yet.
That happens too.
Do I need a perfect reason before I say I feel anxious?
No. Feelings are not always easy to explain.
Sometimes the feeling comes first, and the explanation comes later.
That is a very natural experience.
Let's try the third mini situation.
In this one, you want to share your feeling without telling the whole story. Corey, you seem quiet. Are you okay?
I feel a little anxious.
Do you want to tell me what happened?
I don't want to talk about it yet.
That's okay. I'm here if you need support.
Thank you. I just need a little time.
That scene showed a clear boundary.
A boundary?
Here, it means a limit you set about what you want to share.
I said how I felt, but I did not continue with the details.
And the other person respected that.
I think learners may worry that they must answer every question.
They do not. You can pause, give a short answer, or say you are not ready.
That is true, even in your first language.
Yes, English does not remove your right to choose.
What if the other person is trying to help?
You can appreciate the support and still keep your answer short.
Thank you. I don't want to talk about it yet.
That sounds respectful.
But again, we are not adding that to the main practice.
Correct. It is there so listeners can recognize it.
Our 3 main sentences remain clear.
Let's connect them one more time.
I feel a little anxious names the feeling.
I'm anxious about the meeting, names the feeling and the situation.
Could you give me a moment? Asks for time.
That is enough English to handle several real moments.
I like that the sentences do not force me to share too much.
They give you choices.
I can share only the feeling,
Or the feeling and one reason.
or only ask for time.
Exactly.
What if the anxious feeling is very strong or keeps affecting daily life?
Talking to someone you trust may help.
And speaking with a qualified professional can also be an option.
Yes, especially when the feeling is strong, lasts a long time, or makes daily life difficult.
We are not diagnosing anything here.
Correct. We are only teaching simple English for communication.
That keeps the lesson useful and careful.
Before listener practice, let's fix one common mistake.
Is it, I am anxiety?
Yes, we do not usually say, I am anxiety.
What should I say?
Say, I feel anxious.
I feel anxious.
Or say, I'm anxious.
I'm anxious.
Both use the word anxious to describe your feeling.
And I have anxiety is not always wrong.
It is not always wrong, but it may communicate something broader.
It may sound like an ongoing condition or a larger issue.
Exactly. So do not replace I feel anxious with I have anxiety automatically.
If I am talking about this moment before a meeting, the clearer sentence is simple.
I'm anxious about the meeting.
I'm anxious about the meeting.
That is all the grammar we need today.
Good. The episode stays focused on speaking.
Let's also notice one small pronunciation point.
What should listeners hear?
In natural speech, I am often becomes I'm.
I'm anxious about the meeting.
That sounds smooth and natural.
But I am anxious about the meeting is also correct.
It is. I'm is simply common in conversation.
No need to worry if a learner says the full form.
Correct. Both are understandable.
Can we use the 3 sentences in one final conversation before practice?
Let's make it simple and realistic. Corey, are you ready for the appointment?
I feel a little anxious.
Is there one part that feels difficult?
I'm anxious about the meeting after the appointment.
I understand. Do you want to talk about it now?
Could you give me a moment?
Of course. Take the time you need.
Thank you. I'll speak when I'm ready.
That conversation used all 3 sentences naturally,
None of them was long.
and none of them required a complete explanation.
I still communicated what I felt and what I needed.
That is the most important part. Now it is time for listener practice.
We will practice only the 3 main sentences.
Listen first, then say each sentence out loud.
Take your time. There is no need to rush.
First, say, I feel a little anxious.
I feel a little anxious.
Imagine someone has asked, Are you okay?
You want to be honest, but you do not want a long conversation.
Say it one more time. I feel a little anxious.
I feel a little anxious.
Now the second sentence.
This one gives one clear reason.
Say, I'm anxious about the meeting.
I'm anxious about the meeting.
Imagine the meeting starts soon.
You prepared, but you still feel uncomfortable.
Say it again. I'm anxious about the meeting.
I'm anxious about the meeting.
Now the third sentence.
Use this when you need a short pause.
Say, could you give me a moment?
Could you give me a moment?
Imagine someone has asked you a question too quickly.
You need time to think before you answer.
Say it once more. Could you give me a moment?
Could you give me a moment?
That is enough practice for today.
3 sentences, 3 different needs.
Feeling, reason, and time.
I can choose the sentence that fits the moment,
Exactly.
and I do not need to use all 3 together.
One short sentence may be enough.
That makes the practice feel useful, not heavy.
Here is today's takeaway.
What should listeners remember most?
A short sentence can be enough to communicate how you feel.
You do not need perfect English.
And you do not need to explain every detail.
What is today's small challenge?
Choose one situation from your life.
Maybe a meeting, an appointment, or speaking English.
Then complete this sentence. I feel a little anxious about.
I feel a little anxious about tomorrow's meeting.
Keep your sentence simple and honest.
My personal comment is that asking for a moment feels especially useful
Why that sentence?
because it gives me time before I say something I do not mean.
I like that. A small pause can help you find clearer words.
These sentences feel simple, but they give the speaker more choice.
That is a good place to end today.
Be patient with yourself and use the sentence that feels right.
Thanks for listening to our podcast. See you next time. Bye-bye.